Hello, happy health habits, happy hour. We are together. Hello, everyone.
Hello.
Love and hugs. Love and hugs. I love you guys so much. I listened to your your chat last week on I hope you saw I'm going to try to screen share here. I hope you saw the recording because I did put it in the chat. If you ever want to go back and watch it, I do put them in the YouTube channel, and I put them back on in the Happy Health Habits group. So so you guys can see them um again if you want to. I really would love to record some of these little snippets of things because you guys are brilliant, honestly. You had me in tears. Can you see the screen?
Yep.
Your
Yeah.
shares last week just had me in tears. I was so excited we got to record it. So excited. Love yourselves enough to live a healthy lifestyle. Do you guys ever listen to the recordings at all? Do anybody?
I do
No?
sometimes. Yeah, I
You
do.
do?
No.
Okay.
I haven't lately, but I have. I have.
You have. Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah, it's just
I sure appreciate it when I'm gone. I
yeah.
just mm-hmm.
It's
Yeah.
always good to know they're there and have the backup and what did
Yeah.
she say again? And we come back and listen.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yep. I appreciated your conversation. In fact, I'm going to tag on to it this week with what I learned at my 40 hours of deep dive Bible training. I got some good juice for you on that topic. So, but at any rate, loving yourself today. Remember, we are so hard on ourselves. We're focusing on the gains every day, the 1% and not the gaps where we aren't. So, take some deep breaths in. Make sure to use some of your tools here, your nervous system tools, breathing, right? Self hugs, shake it out, stretching, all the things. Those are so good to keep us all on. High five, high 10 for showing up today. Woo woo! I love that. Remember, you're an optimist. You're always optimistic and you're in action. So that's an optimist. I had to remind Sheila today. I don't know if she'll be on at noon today, but had to remind Sheila because she's kind of raise your hand if you're kind of an all or none person. If you're if I can't do it perfect, I'm not doing it at all. Does that ever come to mind?
Mm.
Well, I had to talk her off the ledge, right? Remember, it's daily small micro habits that equal the big victories. Go to element 3 and review. Baby steps. We hero the habits one day at a time. We don't just throw the baby out with the bathwater. We don't get to the mountain summit unless we have one handhold and one foothold at a time. Always remember you're like a mountain climber, right? So one handhold, one foothold at a time. Be patient and know that you are my beloved people. We are in progress, not perfection. I'm just repeating what I said to Sheila today. And thanks for being my people. I appreciated you even when you were gone. Don't you guys love the wind calls when they do the breathing section? Do you guys like that? Tell me what you get out of that, the affirmation and breathing section. Do you guys like that? Is that helping? Are you practicing? I'm just curious. Are you practicing this stuff?
I've got to
I
get on a wind call. I just don't get on them. I got to do that, but I did 3 weeks ago or so, but
Okay.
I need to get back into that.
Count that a win. Count that a win. No, you don't need to, do you? Would you want to, or do you need to?
I would like to.
There you go. That's it.
I would like to. Yeah,
That's
for
it.
sure.
That's it. Yeah. Remember the want to, get to, choose to versus need to, have to, should,
Right.
must.
Right.
Ugh, catch yourself on that. Yuck. Right. Who else practices the breathing or likes the breathing and the
do.
Yvonne?
I do.
Yeah. Patricia, are you practicing any of the nervous system breathing techniques, Sharon, Phyllis? Do you
Um,
find it?
I don't practice them consciously, if that makes any sense.
Mm-hmm.
I know I'm doing it, but I don't like say, "Ooh, I need to do it." Do you know what I'm saying?
Okay, so
Yeah.
you find yourself naturally.
Yes.
What do you like?
When
What's
I-
what?
like when I'm
What's
walking by the nuts that I know I've already had my quota for today, I'll just look at them, breathe, and then I'll just keep walking past it. That kind of thing.
Oh, look at that. It's second nature. She's just breathing, taking a breath. That's fantastic. Because we want all this to be simple, structured, sustainable, but we want it to be second nature, don't we? We want it to just be that we're just doing it. Sharon, Phyllis, are you guys practicing any of this under stress? Do you notice yourself practicing?
Yes.
What do
Yep,
you
when
do?
when I feel the when I feel the need.
Yeah.
So what's the red oil light that has you feeling the need? What is that? Does that look like for you? And what do you do?
Well, it could just be where my mindset is.
Below
Or
the
just-
line?
Yeah, get below the line.
Hmm. And then you go up, okay, and then you do some breathing and some
Yep.
resets. Perfect. What about you, Phyllis?
Yes, I noticed at church. Can you hear me?
Yes.
I was going to read something encouraging at church, and I took this great big deep breath in before I started reading and out, just to kind of relax.
Mm-hmm.
Yay. That's awesome. I find myself humming and do you know the sound vu or om? You know that sound?
Yep.
Uh-huh.
Humming and that whole meditation like thing. That sound actually stimulates the vagus nerve, and it relaxes. It turns on the parasympathetic system. So humming or doing that sound is really good. I find myself doing that, especially at night. If I wake up with some sort of anxiety, I hum myself. Anyway, so that being said, I was just curious because I just want to make sure that we're, that it's super powerful and it's super important. And the more you quote unquote practice and carry, what do you do when you feel what's your go-to?
Yeah,
when you feel
I catch myself with holding my breath. So I remember just long exhale, and that usually helps. And I notice naturally with yawning, I can feel, nervous system kind of reset and a big yawn. I'm automatically doing the double breath in that. So then it reminds me to do the, structured double breath. I hate the counting, I hate the structure, but it really is being more natural. And I had a group with some friends this week, even with Roxy in Spanish, and several were like, oh yeah, it's good to do it conscious a couple times a day, and then realize until it becomes a habit. And
tell
someone
them the double
exactly
breath.
said that.
Tell
So
them what the double breath is, the quick, slow.
oh, so you breathe in your nose, whatever, but fill your belly first. And a deep breath shouldn't raise your whole body. It's like, so fill your belly and then quick, then you fill your lungs. And then you exhale longer than you inhale, but it's in the double intake. So first the belly. And that's another friend was like, well, of course I breathe, but I breathe through my chest more. It's like, try the double take, breathe in the belly first. And there's lots of, science studies on it and whatever.
Yeah,
But
it's like dancing. Quick, slow.
there
Quick,
you go. Quick steps.
yeah. Quick, slow. It's a
Like
thing.
that.
It's you guys, it's a neurologic thing. It's just not weirdos. It's Andrew Lieberman's stuff. You can go, if you care. Andrew Lieberman, he's a neuroscientist. Anyway,
Yeah, straight up science.
yep, straight up science. So practice quick, slow. Anyway, just try all these things out and keep trying them and different things. And I know, Yvonne, what works for you? You said this really works for you.
No, hand.
Oh,
The
this one?
reset tapping, yeah. Good.
That works for me.
Yeah,
works.
and I find I alternate when I do that. 'Cause,
Yes.
When
you
I do
decide
this,
both sides.
yeah, when I do this or this, I always end up yawning. And here's the other thing that I found too. I hold my breath, but she said I found myself holding my breath all week while I was in this. I don't know
New
why.
situation.
I was in this situation every day. It was kind of stressful. It's like you have to be there at a certain time and butts and seats and the whole thing. And I found myself not being able to have a bowel movement,
Mm.
which is my sign that my nervous system is out of balance. It's out of coherence. It always affects my bowel movements. So now I know that's my thermometer or my barometer. Is it my thermometer? My thermometer.
Your barometer.
My barometer. If I'm not able to have my normal things, then I know I've got to really check myself before I wreck myself, because I'm not. And I did find I was holding my breath. So I was consciously, when you're nervous, you just kind of, that's what I do. I hold my breath. So anyway, keep practicing, girls. High 5, high 10. Keep practicing. Keep noticing. Habit Finder, just keep doing it over and over again. I'm on 5th round. Sharon and I are on 5th round. If you haven't done one yet, just do it. It just works. I listened to my audios this morning, the long version instead of the short version. And wow, I'm going to start going back to the long version of my recordings. That really makes a difference for me. So that's just a little note to self. And Dave is going deeper in those Tuesday night. He's doing them a bit differently and going real deep with people as examples. So he's doing that first night differently. And then you'll be seeing there's a September 1 reset challenge, another one of those challenges where you get on the app and you have enter your scores. If that doesn't float your boat, don't do it. If you enjoy it, if you like the content, if it's easy for you, do it. It'll be there as a resource for you. We know our challengers, Sharon and Tanya and Cindy and I'll all be showing up for that, probably Roxy. But again, if it doesn't float your boat, don't worry about it, but that's coming. And so put that on your calendar. It will include, it's about metabolic health. And I posted today the video about it yesterday. It's about metabolic syndrome, and they're focusing on sleep and numbers and blood work and breathing. And it's not going to be exercise and diet this time. It's it always has to do with that, but it's going to be a different focus. And I am really appreciating that they're going to have sleep tracking this time. So
Nice.
I'm
And
gonna be
Yvonne, you
signing
had your
up.
hand up. Is that a
Yeah, go ahead.
question?
Yeah, go ahead, girl.
Can you participate without participating?
Sure. Yeah, you can participate at whatever level you want.
Like
Yeah.
if I just
If
want to
that's
be,
observing.
yes.
It's called showing up, Yvonne. Showing up for yourself.
Okay. So okay.
That's
You
right.
don't have to pay money. You don't have to track points in the thing. If it's too much for your brain, just forget about the app, but if you can get in, just play along as much as you can do.
Okay. So can you send me the link when it's
Yeah.
time?
Yep, you'll be getting an email as soon as I have my team link. With registration starts on the 25th. And as soon as I have my team link, I'll send it out. You're getting a notice today for putting it on your calendar and getting ready for it and thinking about, if that's right for you. Of course, invite friends. And then the other thing I sent out today was a notice about the metabolic syndrome. Amber and Jared Smithson, my favorite people from Utah, the two that talked about the GLP-1 and the muscle mass. Remember those two, that couple?
Mhm.
They're doing a master class on metabolic syndrome. And you're going to learn about that on Saturday. And I put an email out about that too. So this is our new focus for forever. Like the trajectory of our whole company is going to how do we help metabolic syndrome? Like Yvonne, raise your hand if your numbers have gotten better. Your A1C got better, your cholesterol got better, your blood sugar got better, your everything, all those things, your waist got thinner, right? You got smaller waist. All of these things are signs of metabolic healing. Your metabolism is healing. Even if your scale number isn't looking like where you want it to be yet, you're metabolically healing. So we're changing the whole focus of this company off of weight. And that's a byproduct, right, of metabolic healing. Does that make sense?
To me, it does.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's going to go real deep. This is a flyby for you, but it's going to go real deep. And Margot, you've had huge metabolic healing Right? Her doctors can't even believe she's her age
Yeah.
and has all the numbers she has and all the, like, they can't even believe her. She's like, she's an anomaly to them. And so that's what we're focusing on in this challenge, which I really appreciate about Craig. And sleep affects everything, guys. It's not, I used to think it was definitely not an essential part of living, and it is. So anyway, I'll stop talking now. Those are the highlights. What do we get from Monday about the app and tracking? That was awesome. What'd you guys get from that? And let's go around the room and share some wins of the week. And I've got a few shares I'll share with you from other people. So what do you want to share, Jolie? Anyone have to leave early? Want to go first?
I'll go.
Jolie, you go.
I had a couple good wins. Last Wednesday, I was at the state fair to watch my grandson show cattle. There all day, lots of food, lots of things, and I had my fuelings and I had my water. I drank bunches of water, and my fuelings, I did not touch a single thing. Even when my daughter and my grandsons, ate, oh, what was he eating? I don't remember. It was huge. Oh, that huge fluffy donut. And then, well, there's all kinds of good food there. And
Oh.
I did not fall into the trap, and I stayed good. And then on Saturday,
Ovation.
yeah, and then on
Yeah.
Saturday I was at a celebration of life, and they had tables full of food. And I had a few before I went in, and I had my water. They offered, and I did not do it, and I felt good about that. And then Sharon said, because I started the 5-in-1 a week ago Monday, so after a week I weighed and I lost 5 pounds.
Whoa!
I'm shocked because my scale hasn't gone down a pound for many, many years. It might go up a few, but never down. So those are my wins.
Wow.
So,
Okay, we can be done now. Everybody else, let's go.
Yeah, I'm out of here, guys.
I'm
Wow.
out of here. Oh, I got nothing.
that's why I wasn't on Wednesday's call last week, because I was at the fair and it just didn't happen.
I'm tearing. Is anyone else tearing? Because this is a woman that Sharon literally went to her house and was like, Jolie, let me help you.
Yeah,
My
and it's
win is
all
that
because of Sharon, because
my
she checks in all the time, and
my
no
win
question's
is
ever a dumb question, and so
my win is that Joe's winning.
yeah.
Oh,
Thank you,
Winning
Sharon.
and learning. Winning and
Yeah.
learning.
And little did you know, Jolie, Sharon was calling me going, Jolie this and Jolie that, and how do I help her? And what do I say? Because I can't stand it. I'm not kidding you. She was fit to be tied. She every other day. How can I help Jolie? Now what happened? This is what happened. What do I say? I mean, she literally cares that much about you, Jolie. And here's the thing. It's okay that you didn't, we don't know, we don't know. And you came along beautiful, wonderfully. I am so proud of you. I am so proud of you. I can't even, you stepped out of your comfort zone even just showing up here. And
Yeah.
that was, what was your
Yeah,
first goal?
that's a huge win for both of you. Yay.
Your first goal was drinking water, right? That
Just
was,
drinking water. Yeah,
was
because
it. Mm-hmm.
I
Well,
really
just
wasn't doing anything healthy. So
And just
yeah.
realize this is science, guys. Jolie, it's science. If you work it, it works. It has just been around for 30 years. It's really just that easy. And it's so shocking to people, but just embrace that. It won't be 5 pounds every week, but it'll be a slow
Yeah.
down 1 to 2
Yeah.
pounds. But you're doing awesome.
And
Perfect.
on Wednesday, I cooked for my 97 and 100-year-old friends. And I did last Wednesday, and the extra I gave away to a friend. And I'm cooking today. I got beef stew and a strawberry salad, and I'll give it all away. And it smells delicious, and I know I'd like to eat it, but for some reason I'm thinking, don't do that. just stick with your shakes and your little bars and your, so.
Are you
I
finding
do,
that's difficult, or it's pretty easy to say no? I mean, or is it a big white knuckle challenge?
this morning it hasn't been, and no, it looks good, it smells good, but I don't want to eat it because I did good last week. So why, yeah,
Yeah,
so
yeah.
I want to stay on track. I'm trying to stay on track.
Stay on the roll, because guess
Yeah.
what? Nothing tastes as good as healthy and feels. And you will, it'll be there when you get back, and you'll try it again, and it won't taste good anyways when you get back to it, but you'll be back. Yeah, you can
No.
try. Awesome. Bravo. Yvonne, let's follow. I know I hate to put you on, but I don't know. I don't want to follow that. Do you want to
No.
follow that?
Sure. My win was that I put on a pair of jeans yesterday without unfastening them.
Oh, wow. That's awesome.
That
Yep.
is.
You just slipped right in, didn't you, girl?
Just slipped them right on.
Yay. Yay.
Woohoo.
I want
So
to
that's
follow in
my
your footsteps.
Yeah, no more sausage skins.
Oh,
Amazing.
fantastic. Fantastic. Unbelievable. And
I love those non-scale victories. That's a good way to put it, Yvonne.
and I
Slipped
heard
in for
last
tea.
week I heard last week you made it to the mall or something. You had all your things in the mall. I was
Oh
listening to
yeah.
what you're doing. That was awesome. That was awesome. Fantastic. What'd you get out of Monday night? Did you guys listen, Jolie and Sarah, Monday night?
I did not. I struggled with getting to the right place. So
That's fine.
I'm gonna listen to it. It's taped, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
correct.
Oh, comparison of the you're talking about the Let's Talk.
Yeah, let's talk. Monday night. Yeah, let's talk. What'd you get out of that? It was about the app.
Points that I've always used the app. Well, not always. When I first started, I was using paper, but because of issues with my hands, using the paper was hard for me, the writing. So when I got the app, that's what I've been using ever since, was the app. But the program showed me different things. I still have one question though that I haven't been able to figure out yet. And that's like with my tracking, and I journal at the bottom. How do I go back and look at what I've eaten for the whole week? How I did for the whole week? I don't know how to find that way on the app, but I'll figure it out. But
That is a question. I cannot help you because I'm a newbie. If you want to call coach or client support and ask for help, I'm sure they can walk you
client
through it.
support. Okay.
Clients, just press the number for client support and whatever number that is now. And I'm sure they can. Honestly, I'm a newbie at this. I
Okay.
cannot.
Okay. Well,
help.
so you help me
Yvonne?
with that. Yes.
Yvonne, did you get from the Monday night call that you can scroll all the way down and you can message them?
No, I missed that part. Okay,
Okay.
I'll do that.
You can scroll down. I mean, you can call, but you can scroll down
Yeah.
and message them directly.
Okay.
Oh,
I'll do that.
what screen is that on? Account screen or?
Yeah, you go to the account screen
Oh, I see it. I see it. Account message us.
and
Okay.
then
Okay, I'll do that because it's easier to message than to be on the phone forever and ever.
Yeah. This is the blind leading the blind when it comes to me doing, but this is great. Thank you very much. Anyone else know? So the point with the Monday was about tracking and how do you track? It really doesn't matter, but tracking, if we don't track, then we don't know where we're, we have to have a GPS destination, and then tracking helps us make sure we've hit the milestones we need to get there.
Yeah.
So
And there was one other thing. I got 2 points from the whole thing, not just that, but out of that. Comparison is the thief of joy. And that's even comparing yourself with yourself. or
Mhm.
comparing yourself with someone else or
Mhm.
to someone else. That stuck out for me because I've been in the mix of doing both, looking at my progress compared to someone else and looking at my progress even compared to myself,
Yeah.
Mhm.
you
Mhm.
know, and measure to improve.
Mhm. Yes. Yes. Even if it's just 1% and you can see that. Yes, measure to improve. I wish Sheila were here to listen to this. She needed to hear this shit. That is great.
So that's what I got out of it, and that's it.
That is great. Yeah, I'm just learning about all the I really appreciated them walking through all of this
Yeah.
because I still have to go. All right, so let us know what you learned. How about you, Sharon? What was your what was a win of the week or takeaway from Monday?
Takeaway that I should get used to the app and track. And one, I mean, for a couple reasons, tracking, but and also to help anybody else who wants to use the app,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
that I
Mm-hmm.
can be a resource for the app. So and that's what Joe and I kind of, worked through it this morning, but I'm like, knowing more about it yourself is
Yeah.
helpful for somebody else. So
Yeah, it's literally just learning by doing and yes, yeah. And tracking, do you normally track anything any other way, Sharon, or have you not been has that habit not been strong
well,
for you?
in the, I guess in the all the challenges, it seems like there's always a challenge going on.
Yeah.
So I'm always tracking in that way.
Okay. Whatever goal you're working on, you're
Yeah,
focused on.
there's always, yeah, tracking with it, because those challenges have 4 or 5 multiple things on and you add, so yeah, in that way, tracking all the time.
Challenge tracker. Got it. So you're focused on whatever it is for the month or the
It just
yeah.
keep you focused on thinking about, well, did I today? Did I stay on track or did I not stay on track?
And normally you do paper or now you're gonna try.
Yeah, I want to try that.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
then what did you have a win personally other than Jolie and learning the app at how old are you? 70?
70.
You had an anniversary.
A while ago, yeah. Um, I don't know, one of the takeaways, you know, too, from Monday night, we're on a journey either to disease or to health,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and that's really what, there's only two options. There's, there's really only two options.
Mhm.
So,
Mhm.
each one of them can be step by step, but it's, towards health is much more favorable.
Mhm.
Because
Awesome.
there's so much more benefits. You're feeling better and you're just, happier, you move more. I mean, just, better mindset. So all of that is just, moving towards health.
Your anniversary post blessed me so much and now she's posting about her EAAs and she's got hundreds of friends that are loving what she's doing. It's great. So Sharon, I love you stepping out of your comfort zone all the time. And um and Sheila's not here, but she shared her win was showing up at Dave Blanchard and feeling the resistance to all the things that she's being confronted with. And she's just continuing to just be with the resistance and be with that discomfort knowing that it's growth. So that's a big win for her. So I wanted to share for her today. Progress, not perfection. How about you, Patricia? Yay. What about you? Win of the week, or did you see Let's Talk on Monday?
I didn't see Let's Talk, but my win is I just got back from New York and got on a scale and I didn't gain any weight. And I'll be honest, when I was in New York, I had all the foods that I wanted to have still, but I knew how to I did all the essentials and said, okay, I can have for dinner, I can have my oxtail. Okay. So I had the oxtail. I didn't eat too much. I just had enough to satisfy me. And I was good.
Awesome.
Mhm.
Awesome. You got
And
to live and enjoy all the things
yeah,
and just yes, that's
I went out
awesome.
with friends almost every night. So that was fine too, because I knew I was going out. And so I just did the basic plan for the other meals. And that, that was good. I didn't lose any weight, but I didn't gain any. So
You're not on
That's
a weight loss,
awesome.
you're on optimization. You're just
yeah,
in healthy eating for life. That's where you are. You're in phase 4 and 5. Now you're optimizing. So you're doing more weights, right? So you're in phase 5, whereas Jolie's in phase 1. So that's the way you get to do life now. You get to have your cake and eat it too, because you know how to
right.
drive your metabolism like a stick shift. You know how to dial up, dial down, you know, that sort of thing. So bravo, girlfriend. That is a great example of where this is all going. This is all going for everybody. That's so
And
great.
as far as the journaling, when I first started, I was using the app because you have an app, okay, I'll use the app. I was really down for it. Everything was great. And I was like saying, but like Yvonne said, I was like, but wait a minute, I want to see how I ate last week. And there was no way. There wasn't a way.
Listen
So
to it.
I went back to paper and pen, and I liked my paper and pen. I could always go back and see what I did,
Yep.
because there's sometimes when you, even though you're eating you're doing the 5-in-1, and basically all the fives are pretty much the same. I'm saying, well, there must be something else that I'm doing that's stopping me from losing the weight that I wanted to lose. And sure enough, it would be in my lean and green. There's something there, like either I used too much oil or I had too much, meat or protein, something. There's always something there. But or my snacks. So I said, okay, you're snacking too much. Okay, so I dialed back the snacks, and that's what it was. But with the app, I couldn't find that. But I am glad that the Habits of Health book is on the app, even though it keeps cutting off on me. Don't know why. I don't know if there's a time limit as to how long, because I can listen to something all day long, but it wouldn't let me. It kept cutting me off like,
Yes, I had that problem too, Monday night or whatever night it was, Thursday night,
uh-huh.
Habits of Health. It kept spinning me off, and then it
So
come back on, and
yeah, so I don't know what that is, why it does that. I
I
don't know.
wonder if they had a bad connection because I normally don't have that issue.
Hmm.
So I wonder if there was some sort of bad single going out.
Hmm.
Maybe go to the accounts and message them and say this is my problem. That's a good
Okay.
maybe. That's an
I'll see.
idea. I don't know, but now I'm seeing that you can actually go
Yeah,
find the chapter you
that's how
want
I did it.
down there. You can find what chapter you want and go right to it. Or if you just stop listening, it keeps where you are, so it starts where you
Yeah.
left off.
Yeah. No, that's good. That's
That's pretty
excellent.
cool. That's cool. That's really
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah.
That
But like
is
I said,
that is
it's a new thing to the app. So, always with the new things, there's always glitches and bugs and stuff. So just
Yep.
have to tweak it a little, I think.
Yeah. Well, let them know or ask maybe. And maybe it's something they need to know. I appreciated that they put the 6 macro habits down here underneath Dr. A's book. Because if we don't know what the 6 macro habits are, we cannot master them. And if one of them is falling short or one of them is a big bugaboo for you, you need to go there, because otherwise it's going to sabotage all the other ones, right? So I like that. That's like just in a nutshell, why is this macro habit important? Boom. I like that. Yeah.
And that's
Thanks.
in which app?
That's in the Aptavia app.
Okay, Optavia, I got that.
Yep, it's the dial, and then it's under
Learning.
learn,
Mhm.
and then
Okay,
habits
now
of health.
is there more? I got the Optavia app that is where I journal, the white one with the circle. Is there another Optavia app I need to have?
Yeah.
Nope, should be the same one.
Okay. All right.
Just
Look
go
at
to
the
learn at the bottom. Learn.
There's a button called learn on the bottom.
Oh, good grief. Yes, yes.
See
Okay.
those little guys there?
Oh, yes, I see it. Oh, goodness. Okay. Thank you.
Yeah, I know. Old dogs, new tricks, believe
This
me.
is why we have community. We have help. Don't worry, you're not the only one.
Yeah, and
don't
I'll
even get me
probably ask again someday.
Yeah,
don't even get me started
absolutely.
about these recipes. I mean, look at
Oh,
these.
yeah.
Like, oh my,
Nice.
so cool. I just love it. And that you can actually browse categories. And one thing I learned on Monday, not only can you browse categories, but you can put in spaghetti squash and see what recipe comes up. Because I have spaghetti squash. How do I use this? I thought, wow, that's super cool. And I didn't know that. So you can search cabbage. What am I going to make with my cabbage? Or tomatoes. What am I going to make with all these tomatoes I have? I like that. Anyway.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So great example of phase 5 living, Patricia, and that you get to have your cake and eat it too. So it's very inspiring. So inspiring. High fives, high tens to you. That is awesome. And not come back and go, whoa, the scale didn't move. That happens to me all the time. 7 years, and I just still can't believe it. And I do like if you guys figure out how to keep track of digitally the whole week, please let me know because I will try that. That is why you can still use these these paper trackers. You can download these and you can write in them. Have you seen these?
Mhm.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
use those.
Yeah. So those are nice for that week, and like what you were saying, Patricia.
Thanks.
Yeah. So how about you, Phyllis? What do you want to share, girl, today? You got a lot going on. Oh, you're on mute now.
Sorry about that. My dogs are barking.
It's okay.
I'm like, it's just like Murphy's Law. When it's time for me to talk, then they'll start barking.
We can wait. You can do it. You don't have to. Is it okay now, or you good?
Oh.
I think I need to put them away. Hold on.
Okay. Well, let's go with Amy or Margot. Sheila's on. Oh, we were just talking about you, Sheila. All good. Just sharing your example this morning about progress, not perfection. Margot, what about you? You want to update us?
Oh my gosh. Yeah, it has been an incredibly wild couple of weeks, but I want to talk about Monday night first is um listening to the tracking. It's very interesting because when I did the program back in 2014, when I went into transition after losing all the weight, I just thought, well, I've got this, so I'm just going to move forward and do my own thing. And I did my own thing, and the scale started to move back up again. And I went, oh, wait a minute, I got to get back on track. I got to get back into the system and do what I'm supposed to do. And I did that, and I haven't stopped since. And for me, tracking is a little bit different because I have an advantage of growing up in the restaurant business. And then I was a food and beverage director for a big hotel for several years. I can look at a plate and tell you exactly how much the meat weighs and exactly how much vegetables I have on it because I had to cost it all out all the time. So I don't track like that. I just do it naturally. It's just, thank goodness, it's just an innate thing that's within me. But after losing all that weight, I wasn't about to put any of it back on again. I had done that enough. And thank goodness for Dr. Anderson teaching me that it was more than about losing the weight. It was about changing all my other habits. And
Mhm.
those are the habits that I have to work with every single day to make sure I'm keeping on track.
Mhm.
More so than the food even is just making sure I'm getting what I need in all the other categories. And if I'm not, figuring out how I can. I thought that one of the things that was so simple is they said, keep referring back to your why and go back to it because your why will change over time. The
Mhm.
why that you start with is not the why I'm at 10 years later. It changes because your environment changes. And I think that's something that we have to remember all the time is just know that as we're changing and growing, so is our why. So is our life in general. And I thought
How has your why changed? Have you kind of figured that out, or?
well, yeah, significantly. From the very beginning, it was, I want to almost say it was almost like it was altruistic. It was kind of bigger than I was at the time of what I wanted and where I wanted to be. And then as the years have gone by, it's gotten a lot more realistic, taking in all the things that have happened to me, all the things in my environment, and what all of a sudden wasn't important before is important now. And some of those things that were very important back then don't matter at all. They're just so minor. And I think that's really been the biggest part of it. And when you go through some of the issues I've gone through and some of the changes, you find out that if you keep going back to who you really are, not who you, I'm not sure how to put this, but sometimes we judge ourselves based on what we think other people expect of us.
Mhm.
And we forget about expecting for ourselves. I mean, the
Mm.
most important thing that I can do is take care of me. Because if I
Mhm.
take care of me, I can take care of everybody that I care about.
Mhm.
And that took a long time to learn that lesson. I was always worried about what others were thinking or how it appeared to them or all those things. And that wasn't it. The only thing I will say that I do track pretty religiously is every day I set up my phone for my every 3 hour break because I get engrossed in what I do and totally forget. I can go an entire day without putting a drop of water or a bit of food in my mouth because I'm totally into the computer, the project I'm working on, whatever it is that's going on, or out traveling, going to appointments. It just, it's not in my thought process. So I put it in my phone, and when that alarm goes off, I go, "Oop, yep, it's time."
So
And
you, yep.
within that time frame, maybe like a 20 or 30-minute window, I make sure I'm eating, drinking, doing, getting up and moving. Remembering to get up off the chair and go walk because otherwise I would just sit there. So that's been
Yeah.
my big tracking issue.
So alarms to make sure that you're tracking your time, and then
Yeah.
revisiting your why. Has anybody else revisited their why ever? I try to do it pretty. Have you guys done? That's great advice.
Yeah.
It's
It,
great advice because it does change. We start out
well,
pretty centered at the beginning when we go to all the way to chapter 25, I think it is. And you've been there recently, Patricia, chapter 25, I think it's past 23, or maybe it's 24, 22. It's one of those. But it talks about the phases of your psychological development over time, and your why does change because We start off being very self-centered and selfish, and then we go through the phases of that. So that's what you're
Yeah.
saying. That's why it's
I
important.
I have a sticker on my desk that I see every time I look straight ahead, and it simply says 10 plus years and I'm still learning and growing.
Yep.
And that's what I love about this program. There's always something not necessarily new, but that for whatever reason I didn't catch 8 years
Yep.
ago, 6 years ago, and you go, oh my gosh. Um,
Yep.
One of the things that I want to tell you about, and I don't know if you can see this, but one of my clients was having real challenges because she works during the day and she was getting real tired of all she was eating was the bars. And she only gets a half hour for lunch. And I said, well, what about the shakes and that? And she said, well, we don't have a blender at the office. It makes it hard, yada, yada. She said, I can have the ingredients in the refrigerator. But she said, when I just put them in a cup and shake it up, it doesn't taste the same. I don't know if you've ever heard of Temu, Temu.
Yeah.
It's a site, and it's a very incredible site on, you got to watch how you work it. But
Yeah.
I
Timo,
got
yeah.
this little blender for her for $6. And it holds 12 ounces. It's the whole thing. You put it in, you blend it, you drink it. You don't take it apart again or anything else. It's right there. So she can take that at work, put her stuff in it, blend up, and then she's not living only on the bars. But
Oh, fantastic.
yeah, simple. And like I said, it was $6.
And
But my wins. What a week of wins. Went to my vascular surgeon for my,
okay, now you got to be quick because Phyllis has to share because Phyllis has some things she's got to share too.
I will, I'll make this quick. I went to my vascular surgeon. I go every 3 months for ultrasound to make sure the circulation, for those that don't know, I have a major issue with what's called venous wounds on my legs that we're trying to heal up. And we have to make sure that my circulation in my veins in my legs is working well. And the doctor's always been complimentary about what I've been doing. Well, this time he actually he actually stood up and made me stand up, and he took my hands and shook my hands, and he said, you graduated. And I said, I graduated to what? And he said, we're going to do this in 6 months instead of 3. He said, you're doing amazing. He said, it's like you're living life backwards. I said, I'll take it.
Metabolic healing,
Yep, I'll
baby.
take it. And in the same week, I had the best A1C that I've had since May of 2024.
Metabolic healing, baby.
Yes.
At how old? What?
76.
Metabolic healing.
Yeah.
Woo-hoo.
Yeah, it's been an amazing ride. And there's been more, but I'll share that for another time and let
Oh man,
Phyllis go.
fantastic. See, I'm so glad you shared that. You have so many wins to share. So yes, let's
Yeah, yeah.
make a list of them. Make a list. Sharon or Phyllis, let's talk about Phyllis. Tell me what your win is, girl, and were you able to get, do you track anything and do you use the app or what?
Yeah. So, since I started, I mostly have been using paper, but I did go on the app and I'm like, this is kind of cool. So I might try to utilize that as well. Um, as far as my weight loss, I was just, when I sit, I'm just so thankful I don't have this big pooch and it's more comfortable when I sit. So, so did you want me to share my kind of scary news?
If you want, and because it's a good win.
So yeah, just recently I had a biopsy and I wasn't expecting it to go bad. But the results were that I have a cancer the CT scan came out good that it was not in my lymph nodes, not on my bones, not in my lungs. Um, I'm waiting for, I had a PET scan yesterday. I'm waiting for that. But first thing I told Amy when I told her the news, I said, boy, am I glad I've been off sugar for like a few months now. I was really happy about it because I know that sugar is not good for cancer. It's some type of lymphoma. So I have to go to Iowa City and see a cancer doctor there. But I know since I'm healthier, I know I'm healthier than I was. It's all got to help.
Oh,
So,
by far,
yeah.
far. Love and hugs, girl. We got you. We got you.
A
Seriously.
lot of people are praying for me, and I
Got you.
definitely feel it. I haven't had a big breakdown yet. Not that I won't, but
I'm glad you feel safe enough to share. I didn't know if you wanted to, but I wanted to
yeah.
give you space too if you need it, knowing that we're here for you. And I appreciated the second thing out of her mouth was, and am I glad I'm off sugar and I got my diet. Yeah.
Yeah,
No, she was like, oh yeah, I got this, but here's the good news. So I appreciated your attitude. I really do. I really do. Yeah. It's very above the line, Phyllis. You're
yeah,
playing above the line, and that's the only thing we can do with cancer is play way above the line. Keep looking up, right? Keep
Yes,
asking
right.
for help and letting people share, letting people care. Yeah. Let the love in, girlfriend. Right. So
knowing you're not
Yes.
alone,
yeah.
Yeah.
huge,
Hmm.
huge. I couldn't have done everything I've done without everybody in my life. Couldn't do it.
Yeah. And Margot, you guys, she would tell her doctors, no, you don't understand. I need to be home at noon on Wednesday.
Yeah.
I mean, that's how important it was. Nope, I can't do that time. Nope, can't do that time.
Yeah,
I love it. I love it, love it, love it. All right. So Margot, do you have a share for today? I will share a quick one for me from
I
but
sure do. You want to go first, or you want me to?
well, yeah, I just want to I just want to share because piggybacking on what you guys had talked about last week about grounding, Carrie brought up the grounding. Has anybody, we're made from, oh, Amy, did you want to share? Amy, you didn't share yet. Amy Kroll.
I
Sure.
don't have a lot. I don't. I don't have a lot to share. Just trying to stay alive lately. But we did the ultrasound we got last Wednesday went really well, and we were able to see our little baby and see the heartbeat and see the around a little bit. It was so sweet and it's so special. And then yesterday we went to the midwife and got to hear the heartbeat. And it was really cool. And we actually got to hear the baby's heartbeat and mine at the same time. And they were like perfectly synced, but the baby's was twice as fast as mine.
Awesome.
It was sweet. And I guess a win is that, everything seems to be going well. Midwife says I'm healthy and everything's looking good. So I'm real thankful for that.
Awesome. 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 Well, I know it's not easy when you got the little one and this going on and trying to take care of
Yeah.
yourself, your health, but and right. So it's easy to get in that overwhelm, but then we just stop and we breathe. Overwhelm is a thing that we can control if we just remember to stop and breathe and pray, pause, pray, breathe, right?
Yes.
That is, and here's what I want my takeaway from, and I'm putting the link in the chat for that master class on metabolism, just so you have it right now. But the thing I got about that is when you have all these things like flailing around, all the things out here, and I got to sit for 40 hours in this deep Bible study dive that I got in the ministry school last week, and I came back Sunday and just felt like my mind, it was just like every day was just mind blowing every day. You think you know what you know, and then you don't know anything every day.
Mm.
Every day. And so I can't even begin to tell you, and I haven't even started unraveling it all yet myself, which I'm gonna do slowly over the years, kind of go back and do that. My favorite day was the last day. The subjects were deep dive into joy, trust, joy, trust, endurance, and prayer. What? It was so amazing. I mean, I could do that 10 days in a row. Like I need to, right? But what I really got was that when we are, because I grew up with panic and anxiety disorder and, insomnia my whole life. What I really learned, you guys, and this is so critical for everyone, if you struggle with your weight, if you struggle with your self-esteem and doing the right thing for the right reason, all of that stuff, what I learned is that if God has made us to be whole, but we're not whole, right? We're imperfect. But the closer we get to alignment with Him and the Creator, the closer we get to that alignment with Him and in touch there, then the less anxiety, then we get to experience that peace and that joy and that trust. It's not until we align with that. And that was huge, like mind blowing for me, because I think at the core of self-esteem, dignity, harmony and respect for ourselves is that relationship with that higher, with God, and making sure that we have that. And we know, here's the thing, you guys know this verse, Matthew 3:17, this is my son, the beloved, whom I have approved. You know that one? God says, this is my son, the beloved, whom I have approved, right? So that's Matt 3:17. So at the core of all healing is us understanding that God has affection for us, He approves of us, and He acknowledges and appreciates us. If we have that and we know it in our heart and not just in our head because we read it on a page or we heard somebody say it, if we know it in our soul that He personally sees us, acknowledges, are you guys with me on this? Has affection for us, approves of us, me, Amy, me, Jolie, me, Margot, me, Carrie. He sees me, He knows me, He loves me. It's not like He's out in the sky. Do you know what I'm saying? The minute we bring that into it's personal for each and every one of us, then we can feel those good feelings and the joy and the peace and the love and the trust and the fruitage of the Spirit. I never could feel that stuff before. Why? Because I was totally disconnected from any personal awareness that God cared about me as a person. Does that make sense, guys? I think it's the root of all healing for everybody in all the situations and scenarios. It doesn't matter. It really is. It's just so core, right? And so that's my big aha moment takeaway. I'll shut up now. But that was I can't stop thinking about it. Cannot
Great.
stop thinking about it. It was so great. So emotional resiliency comes from being whole again and getting in touch. And that has to do with grounding, getting in touch with the dirt, the dust, the ground, the grass, the nature. God is there. And one last thing, the chapter in Job, and I'm going to go scriptural on you. Do you remember when Job, he's all suffering and he's lost everything, and then God takes him into the woods and shows him and says, oh, but look at the animals, and oh, but look at this. He wants him to see the animals and he wants to see nature. He wants to show him nature. Well, you're thinking, well, why aren't you helping Job out? Why aren't you just fixing all this for him, right? But what he's doing is he's helping him see the power of nature. He's helping him heal in nature. He's helping him ground in the earth and be present to creation. And do you know what I'm saying? He's helping him see and get connected through nature and creation, which is why the grounding actually works. There's a frequency to healing. There's a frequency to the dirt, like Carrie, you mentioned. And it's all, and God was showing Job how to get connected with creation and the earth so that he could feel better and start, support him during the process. So anyways, that was a big aha moment as well. And it has everything to do with grounding. So the closer you get to nature, the closer you get to God, and the closer you get to feeling good about yourself. All right, I'm done now.
Okay, and once again, somehow this fits the role, but this is called prosperity. I have prosperity in all areas of my life. Prosperity is being grateful for what you have while striving for what you want. It is finding joy in the journey, appreciating the blessings, and living a life that is rich in meaning, purpose, fulfillment, and our spiritual well-being. Prosperity is not just achieving success. It's about maintaining success and keeping the faith. It is cultivating the habits and mindset that will help you continue to grow and thrive.
Wow. Wow.
Never
Wow.
ceases to amaze me because I
Wow.
picked these out the day before. I have no idea what direction the conversation is going, but somehow they always seem to fit our conversation of the day at some point.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Fantastic. Thank you so
Yeah.
much, everybody. I'm glad you're here. So go be well and be good role models. Invite everyone to the metabolism thing and the challenge, and you're welcome to bring friends and family. So love you, love you. Have a
Love
great
you
day.
guys.
Take
Bye-bye.
care. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Yeah,